operating millage, that's coming up on May 6th as well. And then we have several items under the action portion of the agenda that will be on Monday's consent agenda for your consideration, and 3 of them are related to instruction. I know that Scott's going to talk about them a little bit, but I'll give you the actual numbers for them. So the first was for 2-year licenses for that Albert I.O. That's from Learning by Doing, and that's for an amount not to exceed $76,370 from our general fund. We also have the Quick Reads Intervention, that's from Sabas, and that's $73,100. And that's from our Section 35J grant that we have.
What was the, say that price again?
$73,100.
Okay.
I can talk a little slower, sorry.
You're fine.
And then the other one was for a 2-year license for IXL learning, and that we for our students in grades K-8. That's $198,000, and that is from our general fund. And then we also have a recommendation to approve the replacement of our backup system related to technology. To Trace 3, we bid that project out for an amount not to exceed $327,000, and that includes contingency funds in that $327,000, and that will come from our 2025 capital projects. We have a recommendation to purchase a 10-passenger van from Mobility Works. That's for $62,925. That would be out of our general fund, really used to support our 3 high schools and kind of their smaller athletics teams, and then of course we could use it for other things as well. But we have 2 right now, and they're constantly being used for that purpose. We have a recommendation to approve contracts to replace the gym floor and bleachers at the main competition gym over at Eastern High School. And that total amount is $840,197. That includes contingency fees, general conditions, and allowances. That will come from our 2025 capital projects. Bid information for these ones that were bid for the technology replacement and for the gym floor, just talked about, has all of that documentation in the board finance, so you can see who bid and all of that.
I had a question on that. How long does the floor last?
That is a great question. At least 30 years. We were talking about. Yeah. The reason why this one isn't really is because it's not a traditional flooring. It was actually flooring from the Olympics when it was in Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And you can't, it's oak instead of maple, and you can't sand it.
Yeah.
And it's, Corey said students are getting splintered.
Was that just like a fun, gimmicky thing to have?
I was not here.
I know you were.
Did we get a discount on that? Did we get like a second one?
Yes.
Probably sounded really good, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
oh, this is really cool without thinking.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, the
okay.
wear and tear of that being used,
Mhm.
you know, every day.
Every day for
Yeah,
X amount of years.
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We have a property tax reimbursement to Kent County for about $21,500. And then we spent a few minutes, I have a presentation, you also have access to that, but we presented a budget amendment just for the general fund. So you guys each have this packet. I included the special revenue funds in there just so that you didn't forget about them. But page 2 is really a highlight of the major changes. We wanted to do another one just because we did the first amendment so early. We did it in January, and it's a couple months earlier than we normally would do. So I just wanted to make sure we were on track still. So we do have some changes on the revenue side, especially that have a positive impact to our fund balance, which is great. You can kind of see some of those examples. We had a prior year payment related to some special ed funding. Our interest rates are continuing to, stay up, so we are expecting more interest this year. And then you can kind of see some of the other ones. And then on the expenditure side, we kind of have some items that are crossing each other out, right? We're pulling down salary and benefits a little bit, but yeah, we're seeing some increases related to special ed transportation and our dual enrollment and online tuition. So the bottom line is really on page 3, and then you can see the impact of the fund balance. is using about $3 million, a little over that. And with this amendment, if approved, we would be using just a little under $2 million for that. So a good thing for us, and we'll have another amendment, we'll do that one at the final budget amendment year, when we ask you to approve next year's budget as well. A lot of information in this packet, so if you have questions, certainly on the amendments, I'm not spending a ton of time on it with you here, then just give me a call, I'm happy to talk through all the details with you.
I have a quick question. You said you got another small van. Is this, we bought one, right, like a year and a half or so ago?
I think a couple
tennis
years
or golf
ago.
or something
Yep,
like that? Was
yep.
that what? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we have two of them right now, Holly,
Okay.
and we want a third one.
Okay.
Because they're constantly being used and we're always being asked, and
Okay.
so, because of that needs, we find ourselves renting some of them still.
Right, okay. And you said that was that 62?
Yeah, it was a 62,945, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, cool.
we got 3 quotes for that, so if you look at the agenda, you can see the 2 other quotes.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember if we got one last time or if we were holding off waiting for one
We
to
got
come
one,
along.
yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I was
Oh,
just asking,
yeah.
because I just didn't remember if it was, we were
There
waiting
was
to
a
find a
weird
good
one
deal.
last time
Yes.
where we were going to get it and then it wasn't available and then, yeah, it was a really
Right.
strange one, so
So I didn't know if we were holding off and we finally landed on one, so that's why I was asking.
they say they're making them, so
Okay.
retrofitting, I should say. Right, and that was our finance committee, so again, besides the budget, any other items that are on the action you'll see on the consent agenda for Monday, if you've got questions